Are you ready for the topic for today?
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, sir. So our topic for today is all about Samr Model. For the learning outcomes, first is understand what Samr means. Second, identify the apps that classified by Samr Model. So what is Samr? Nganong na ay Samr? The Samr Model, developed by Dr. Robin Pentidura, it is a framework that helps educators to evaluate and integrate technology into their teaching practices. So, the letter S, A, M, R have means, which is S stands for substitution, A for augmentation, M for modification, and R for reedification. So, those models encourages educators to move beyond simply replacing traditional tools with technology and instead explore how technology can transform the learning experience. So, by understanding the Samr model, later, Ate Annalyn will discuss the more information about substitution, augmentation, modification, and reedification. But for now, let's talk also the criticism and limitation by using Samr model. Why? Because Samr model is widely used. It lacks a strong research foundation and that its application can be subjective. Other point, the absence of contextual factors such as teacher knowledge and available resource, which can significantly impact technology integration. And now, Ate Annalyn will discuss the definition about substitution, augmentation, modification, and reedification.
Good day, everyone. And now we are going to tackle SAMR model. So, SAMR model stands for substitution, augmentation, modification, and redefinition. So, what is substitution? So, Miss Garan, what is substitution?
It is technology acts as a direct substitute with no functional improvements.
So, ang substitution, pasabot ng ang technology na gihulay, diretsahan nga na ikapuli niya wala mighatag og unsang pagbago nga magamit. Example, magamit tag word processor para pagsulat o assignment. Instead nga maggamit ta og papel o ballpen. So, ang word processor is the apps nga example sa substitution. So, another example of substitution are these. So, example of this in apps, it is the apps Simple Mind. Simple Mind is a mind mapping apps that helps users organize their thoughts, remember information, and generate ideas. So, because it is example of substitution because the student must type their work instead of handwriting it. Another example is Holy Bible. So why is the Holy Bible is an example of substitution? Holy Bible is an app that offer multiple Bible version apps with audio and apps that allow users to study and take notes. The next one is augmentation. So what is augmentation, Miss Butero?
Technology acts as direct substitute with some functional improvements.
So, augmentation, kung ang technology kay diretsahang kapuli, nga naghatag siya improvement sa aktibidad. So, example of this are kanang magamit siya nga apps to improve a task. Example is Google search. Example. So, Google search is a search engine that helps users find information. So, ngayon nabilong man siya sa augmentation. So, ang Google search, this app, because it adds functionality to a traditional tasks such as writing a narrative by providing extra features and save, auto-sync, auto-share, and share settings. Another one is draw on screen. So, draw on screen is, it allows you to create your own image. So, familiar ka man taan ni kay na may mga apps na pagkakaroon nga maka-create ng image. With a range of tools such as shapes and text, you can start drawing by selecting a canvas, a color, or a size. So, the substitution and augmentation is strategies are both considered an enhancement. So, we're done in substitution and augmentation, which is strategies that belong to enhancement. So, next is the modification and redefinition. So, what is modification? Miss Matunhay.
Modification is technology allows for significant task redesign.
So, modification, thank you Miss Matunhay. So, modification is most of the technology nga magtudlo para mahinungdanon ang pagbalik o ang pag-design sa gihimo sa mga kamunon. So, like for example, modification. Like mga apps nga gamito nato nga na siya kapadulngan. So, are you familiar with these apps? This one. This is an Chrome. So, and the other one is gamito ni siya nga apps for our school purposes like kanang pag-send og mga activities. So this one is an Google Classroom. So Chrome and Google Classroom is an example of modification. Unsa ka to modification? So modification mo na ang mga apps nga maghatag nga moy mga makapahimong hinungdan ang usa ka apps nga mahinungdan ang imong paghimo sa imong activities. So first is Chrome. It is a fast web browser that can be used in multiple devices. So, anong modification man ang Chrome? So, because they can alter web pages, access cookies, and modify web requests. Another one is Google Classroom. Why it is Google Classroom is belong to modification. Google Classroom, are you familiar with this? Yes, it is what we call GC, Google Classroom, not a group chat. Google Classroom. So, what is Google Classroom? Miss Gumapa.
Something that we use by sending activities, school activities.
Yes. It because it allows it allows teacher to customize assignment and tasks for students. So nasabtan na ba? So the next is redefinition. What is redefinition? Miss Rikilio. Do you have any idea of redefinition? So redefinition ang pagbalik o paghatog bagong meaning sa usa ka butang o mga proseso nga makahunahuna tag mga tawo o usa ka butang nga bagong paagi. So example of this apps are kanang again what is example this is redefinition. Example of redefinition is book creator. So book creator is digital book making tool that allows students to read multimedia books. So why it is book creator, this one, book creator is an example of, so book creator, this one, why it is book creator is an example of redefinition. It because it allows teachers of students to transform the learning process in ways that wouldn't be able without the app. So another one is VoiceThread. VoiceThread is a web-based tool that allows users to create interactive presentation and share them for discussion. So, isa po ni siya ka-apps na presentation and storytelling tools, pwede yan hita mag-create og mag-share media project like video, image, voice, text, og drawing. So now, we have here more apps nga we have here more apps nga example of this Samr Model. So what are those apps? And I have here names nga bunuto na ko kung kinsa ang answer. So I have here apps, name of apps nga unsa siya. I have here an apps kung unsa pud ang iyahang dapat nga ansiran. So ibelong ni siya kung asa dapita nga apps. So now magpick ko mga names. Wow, we have here Miss Paredes. Miss Paredes, can you come here in front and answer what this apps? So your apps is Fantastic. This is Fantastic apps. So asa ba ni siya mabilong? So Fantastic. What is Fantastic? Asa ni siya mabilong? Fantastic. So nabilong siya sa redefinition. Dali. Redefinition. Ari ni mo. Very good. So Fantastic is an example of redefinition. You have prize. Thank you and very good. So next is So next is Miss Rosales. Your apps is Screen Charm. So Screen Charm is an example of redefinition. So, oh wait. So screenshot is an example of redefinition. So next is Miss Palma. So your apps is Flipboard. 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 Thank you, Miss Palma. So Flipboard is an example of modification. So the next is Miss Piranio. So your apps is Quickie. So Quickie is an example of augmentation. So next is Miss Boslon. Your apps is collage creator. Collage creator. So collage creator is an example of substitution. So maka-create siya of improvement. Next is Miss Palingkod. So your apps would be your apps is PDF expert. PDF expert. What kind of model it is? What kind of model it is? So PDF expert is an example of modification. Modification. So next, Miss Sambayon. Your apps gonna be your apps is Sketch. So sketch is an example of modification. Next, Mr. Bakilid. Your apps would be Wikinotes. So this is Wikinotes apps. It is an example of augmentation. So this is an example of augmentation. Next is Miss Habay. So your apps would be your apps is dictionary. So dictionary is an example of substitution. Dictionary is an example of substitution. So dictionary we took meaning, spelling. That's what that is dictionary. So next is Miss Pulot. So your apps would be the Jumbo Calculator. So where would it be? So Jumbo Calculator. So Jumbo Calculator is an example of substitution. It is an app. Jumbo Calculator. It is an app experimenting with a variety of expert crafted layouts and templates. So those apps are example of substitution, augmentation, modification, and redefinition. So that would be all, and thank you.